and a very warm welcome to this special. We are looking forward to the first T20 international that India will play against New Zealand in what is a 3-match series. And India have won the toss in Jaipur and they have opted to field first. So the trend from the UAE during the World Cup seems to have continued here, but this is the weather right now in the northern part of the country where dew does play a role. Abhishek Paul is here with me. A couple of changes for India as expected, Abhishek, but this is going to be a big moment for Venkatesh Iyer. He's making a debut tonight.
True, I mean a big day for the big man. He has a tall height. I mean, he ticks all the boxes that India are looking, after that T20 World Cup setback. India needed a bowling all-rounder. Venkatesh Iyer is a left-handed batsman. We have a shortage of left-handed batters in the T20 side. He can bowl medium pace. C, he is in great form. So he is ticking all those boxes. It's a big match. I think he'll play in the middle order. He generally plays in the middle order for Madhya Pradesh, though he opened the innings for Kolkata Knight Riders in the IPL 2021 second leg, but it's a big match, and going into all the permutations and combinations as India make their squad, make their core team for the next World Cup, it's a crucial call. Hopefully,
yeah, and also along expected lines, Abhishek, because of what he's done for KKR in the IPL, isn't that so? I mean, he was in tremendous form, and I think India now, after the struggles that they've had with Hardik Pandya as their seeming all-rounder, are looking at Venkatesh Iyer to fill that role in place of Hardik.
True. I mean that's the sole aim. I think in the yesterday's press conference, Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid mentioned like how the players who play in all three formats, maybe they'll be rested throughout the course of the next year. Mainly for two reasons. One is to keep them mentally and physically fresh, and secondly, to get their permutation and combination right. And I think Venkatesh Iyer fits that place. He's young. He has given KKR so many great starts. He has couple of, I think, multiple half centuries. So it's a good choice.
It is also beginning of a new era for the Indian cricket team. They are embarking on a new journey with Rahul Dravid as the head coach of this team, Rohit Sharma as their full-time T20 Internationals captain. Let's also take you through the playing 11 now. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Suryakumar Yadav. There is Shreyas Iyer, who is back in the mix. Rishabh Pant, who's had some trouble in the recent times scoring runs. There's Venkatesh Iyer, of course, making his debut. Akshar Patel, Ravichandran Ashwin. Interestingly, India have gone in with 3 pacers. There was a talk around them wanting to go in with 3 spinners, with Jaipur aiding spin, but this is a new wicket. It's also the first T20 international being played at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. So Bhuvneshwar Kumar is there. There is Deepak Chahar and Mohammad Siraj. Your first reactions on the playing 11?
I mean, I was also thinking whether they'll play 3 spinners or 2 spinners. They have gone with 2 spinners. Interestingly, Yuzvendra Chahal, he misses out, right? I mean, leg spinners, they have a great impact in the T20 World Cup, and with the form, Chahal was in the IPL 2021 second leg. He took 14 wickets. I was expecting maybe in place of one of the off spinners. So I don't know whether this is the new template that India is going to follow, at least for the next few matches, that 2 off spinners in a T20 team. Akshar Patel also was really great in the IPL 2021 second leg. Ravichandran Ashwin was not so much in good touch, but maybe a new template.
Yeah, maybe a new template, and this is something that they will now look to do. This Indian team under Rahul Dravid, they look to set a new template with an eye on the 2022 T20 World Cup in Australia. But head-to-head, India were beaten comprehensively in the last match they played in the World Cup, and even head-to-head, when you look at it, not a huge difference.
Not a huge difference, and in the last match, there's so many players in both the sides, not only in India. India, as we know, they're resting Kohli, Pandya, Jadeja, Shami, all the top guys, Bumrah. Even New Zealand, they are missing Kane Williamson, Trent Bolt, Devon Conway, all those top guys. But 2 players who made crucial impact in the T20 World Cup match between both the teams, the 2 spinners, Mitchell Santner and Ish Sodhi, both are playing, and this has been a problem area for India Indian batters, you know, to deal with the spinners in a T20 match. So that will be another crucial aspect. That
so the changes that they've made, I'd like to also inform our viewers for the New Zealand playing 11s, Neesham, Sodhi and Milne. All three of them miss out today. Mark Chapman, Todd Astle, Rachin Ravindra and Lockie Ferguson are in, and that's interesting. And I think the reason being it's just been 72 hours since that loss, to that heartbreaking loss to Australia. And I think these players would have been you know, overworked with and weary with all the cricket that they played.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you look at this series, I mean, India has so many things to look forward to, right? I mean, they are playing under a new captain, new coach, a new combination. They are trying to build a new combination after the debacle. For New Zealand, you know, if I look at it, I find it hard to finding a real motivation while playing this series, right? I mean, kind of. Of course, new players will be coming in. I think mainly to give them rest. Rachin Ravindra, Mark Chapman. Rachin Ravindra is a left-handed batter. Mark Chapman is also a left-hand batter. He has an interesting history. He has played for both Hong Kong and New Zealand. So, and this guy, Astle is a leg break bowler. So, interesting choices, I think, mainly for giving the World Cup guys rest.
This will also be about Rahul Dravid, this whole series, and how the combinations are made, what is the strategy that, you know, you'll get an idea into what the management is trying to do with this team, because now you're looking at this T20 team in transition. You're looking at changes, you're looking at new bowlers. I mean, the likes of Deepak Chahar, Harshal Patel. So eyes will be on Dravid and every decision that he takes.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that, you know, both Rohit Sharma, it's not an unfamiliar scene. Rohit Sharma leading a T20 team. We all know what he has done for the Mumbai Indians, and also Rahul Dravid beginning his coaching innings in Sawai Mansingh, where he played so many matches for Rajasthan Royals as captain, you know. So, I mean, while playing those matches also, he always was in the mood of improvising, you know, his T20 game. So, I think, as he said yesterday, I think these players, these youngsters, they'll get a long run to prove themselves. They'll get more freedom maybe. So, but he'll be under scrutiny very much.
Yeah, he will be, and all the decisions that he will make. There's also now there are also questions that have been asked of this Indian team after their dismal performance at the World Cup as to what is this top-heavy batting lineup doing, where they are really top-heavy, but when it comes to their strike rate, they're not doing so well. So, you know, I think there'll be all those discussions that Rahul Dravid will have with the leadership group of the team. But let's also listen into Sabah Karim, former Indian player, as to what he had to say on Rahul's new role.
I think it comes in his own ideas, his own system, or own process. I think starting from this upcoming T20 series, we do expect some changes. I think first and foremost is the kind of identity which Indian team has to create for the World Cup T20. For looking ahead to the World Cup T20, I'm sure we can see that kind of change happening very soon.
It is going to be a difficult challenge as well, because there will be some changes that Rahul and Rohit will need to make in this T20 side. Strike rate was an issue. I know that one of their openers believes that strike rates are overrated, and we've heard KL Rahul say that during the IPL.
Yeah.
But it is an issue. It is an issue that has dogged this team in the recent times, especially even your, you know, your best batsman in the team, Virat Kohli, whose strike rate gets slower when spin is bowled to him. So I think this will be a huge issue, and there'll be a conversation around it.
I mean, if you see the whole makeup of this Indian T20, not this Indian T20 team, but the team that played in the T20 World Cup, is that there are so many players who play that anchor role, right? I mean, you need more players like maybe Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav, in their full form, right? I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav was there in the World Cup, but he was not in full form. But you need these kind of X-factor players, like who can change the course of the match in just 2 overs, who doesn't really bother about the conditions.
Also, don't take too many balls to play themselves in.
Yeah. I mean, for a middle order batsman, even for an opener, they hardly get what 3-4 balls to adjust, not more than that. So I think you need those players, and Venkatesh Iyer again, though he opened for KKR, he got more number of balls. In his middle order role, I think he'll be expected to hit from the ball one.
But do you think that they could also just promote him up the order, given that they need somebody up there starting off aggressively from the first ball? Though one of the things we have to discuss this is that with Venkatesh Iyer in the IPL, you got those numbers out, and his strike rate is not 128 or something, and we were wondering how that was to be, because I mean, we expected it to be higher, but it'll be a different role here where he'll have to be aggressive from the first ball.
Yeah, but main problem is bringing him up top the order is breaking that partnership between Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, because I'm not sure whether KL Rahul and either KL Rahul or Rohit Sharma would be comfortable batting down the order, because both take a few balls to adjust to get going. Rohit Sharma, as you know, he is a slow starter, and later in the innings, he just his strike rate goes higher up. So I think maybe number 3, 4, but definitely, I mean, this team is definitely going to change when the likes of Kohli and Bumrah and all those guys comes up. So I think more of a permutation combination, maybe number 3, 4, but not.
Yeah, but that is the problem with this team selection as well, that they have just too many top order batsmen, and they've got all of 3 middle order batsmen. So not only will they try to fit in everybody in their best slots possible, but at the same time give everybody a go. So it's going to be a difficult one. But this is what Venkatesh Iyer had to say to the host broadcaster. He says, everyone who plays cricket aspires to play for the country, so I feel good that I've been presented with this opportunity. Feels good to play under Rahul Dravid, sir. I'm really excited, looking forward to it. As a cricketer, you've got to be flexible, and I look to capitalize on the role I've been given. I'm ready to bat at any position or bowl whenever I've been asked to. It's wonderful to play in front of the Indian crowd, and I think this is such a wonderful story for this
he was a business management student, and then
at one point an aspiring chartered accountant.
He had
changed it to business management.
He had an offer from a very top firm, and then he chose cricket and played it the hard way and performed for KKR, and now he's here. Of course, and I think it's his good luck that he's in the mix of things. He is in top form, where when Indian T20 team is in transition and they need youngsters like him. So all eyes will be on him, on the likes of him.
And it was a wonderful interview as well, where he talked of how Avesh Khan came to him, MP teammates, and told him that we both have been selected for the team. And he said, I was happier for Avesh. And I think that camaraderie, we'll get to see that also in the times to come, because both of them are now part of this setup. But
Avesh Khan also, IPL, he's in the squad. He was the second highest wicket taker. So I think he'll get his chance. Maybe not. He's not in playing this match, but maybe in the next match or later in later series. So
absolutely, I think there will be a lot of changes throughout the series, just to try which is the best combination.
Because fast bowling wise also, because I was talking a couple of former players, one former player, Ashok Malhotra, he said an interesting thing. According to him, apart from Jasprit Bumrah, he doesn't think any other bowler any other fast bowler in India has that capability of playing all 3 formats. And he said we need more younger guys, more T20 specific fast bowlers.
And well said, because you saw that some of our, that your top test bowlers struggled in that format. True. I think, yes, that'll be something that'll be on Rahul Dravid's and Rohit Sharma's mind as they look to build a brand new, a fresh team for T20 internationals. But thank you so much, Abhishek. And it is India versus New Zealand, the first T20 international being played in Jaipur. India have won the toss and they've elected to field first. We'll get you all the action from Jaipur in the mid-innings show. For now, goodbye. Thanks for watching.